thing on my head. Yep, I can. What is all this weird stuff? That's funny. What is this weird stuff while I'm playing in here? Yeah, no, that's weird. That's weird. Yeah, that's weird too. What is all this weird stuff? Anywho. Yeah, we don't want any of that. That's neat. You can make it different colors. That's kind of neat. I probably set myself up with that ask a question crap. That could be a setup. Yeah, it's probably a setup. What if can you move it? Yeah, we don't want that. How do you get it out of there? Oh, you can move it. Oh, that's kind of neat. Interesting. I had to take this out though. I don't know. A lot of people say chicks look crazy when they have those bull rings. We shall see. We shall see what it is. I gotta get my stuff together because I am about to go chill outside. Go sit outside. Fix my. Oh yeah, we're not gonna do that though. No. That's my man. Oh boy, I'm gonna be the one of them. Hey, yeah. Let me see how I'm gonna put this together. We shall see what happens. Come on, come on. Let me figure it out. Oh yeah, some of this. A friend of mine brought me some of this coleslaw. Boy, you cannot mess with it. I'm not gonna take the glass outside though. I'm just gonna take me one of these bowls out. Oh, let me take this one. And it has a lid, so that's what I'm gonna take it outside in. Yeah. I made it through a Monday, which is cool. I usually do make it through Mondays. However, I am home alone. I haven't been home alone in I don't know how long, these children. So my baby went to his brother's house to spend time with his older brothers. He's got 3 of them. And my daughter, she went down to the city for the fireworks. They have a room at the Renaissance, which I know is a good time. I've done that before. It's a good time, that's for sure. Uh-oh, let me see. Uh-oh, did I fool around and... Oh, wait a minute, I gotta throw some of this out. I have so much cheese that I'm not eating all of it. And yeah, I'm gonna throw, yeah, this is going in the garbage. I'm not even gonna go for this. I hate to waste food, y'all. I hate it. So, I don't know. I feel like I'm in competition. I feel like there's a live I want to go on tonight. And oh, wait. Oh, it's only Monday. No, he's not on Mondays. Tuesdays and Thursdays. I like to go over there and see what it is. Alright, let me get my stuff together. Take my dog. Let's go. I wanna put my fire pit out. Maybe not. I haven't used it since I moved over here. I actually bought a brand new one when we moved over here because my other one was kind of beat up. But considering how close together these spots are, I don't know if I'll be allowed to. I mean, I guess I could. They have barbecues out there and stuff. So, and I have a top for my fire pit. I don't know. I just haven't really done it because here I don't have anywhere to put my hammock up. I like to chill outside in the summertime, you know, with my fire pit and my hammock. But like I said, over here it hasn't really happened yet. Yep, I'm gonna have to come up with a gimmick, some kind of gimmick, because I don't have small children to do a oh, look at me, you know, single and free or whatever, raising kids. I don't have babies like that. My kids are old and they not. Even my youngest, I'm not gonna put him on here. That's just not something I'm gonna do. I mean, unless we're like at the beach or something and he's in the sink like a rock competition. I don't know what it is. He has the hardest time learning how to swim. I don't know. I mean, he can swim, but I don't know. It just seems to me like he's in the sink like a rock competition most of the time. So, well, I think that I'm going to have to come up with a gimmick or something. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Shit, I cracked a wise ass joke in one of my shorts about if it wasn't for this and that this other person had, because they had me in my feelings. I was like, oh, if they didn't have this or that, you know, most of the people wouldn't deal with that person and they'd be doing OnlyFans. So I guess the joke wasn't really funny, because if I was really pressed and I needed, you know, whatever, it probably wasn't funny. I was angry. So that's what I said. I'm not going to take it down though, because I still stand on it. I said it. So I don't know. Let me get my stuff to do my toenails. My toenails are a lot. Funny. It's funny because I crack these wisecracks about a lot of people, a lot of ladies wearing so much makeup that they look like completely different people. But if you've seen my little travel thing here, I got all kinds of doodads in here. I mean, I have, where's my stuff on my nails? I have an airbrush makeup machine. I've got all kinds of nonsense. Not that I, not that I use it. I use it sometimes, but not on the regular. I really don't do makeup like that anymore. I did when I was younger, but let me see. I think I want to do a different color this time. That's with my man. Okay, let's see. Definitely not doing this blue stuff. I don't know, my sister bought me this blue. I appreciate her buying it for me, but I actually brought me some, I don't know, some blue stuff to put in my hair. I'm not really up on that either, but it still was a nice gesture. Yeah, I have that too. Okay. What is this? My cuticle, my top coat. Bam. And let's see, I'm gonna need, I don't know if you ladies are hip to these rolling things. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into tearing all stuff up. I don't really get into that too much. Let's see, I need toenail clippers and my cuticle. Oh, my cuticle tool is downstairs somewhere in my car. All right. That's the funny thing. Like I said, I talked all that. Oh, I might need this outside. Is this the broken one though? Is it? Let me see. Is this the broken one? Yes, it is. That upsets me that my headlamp is broken. Let me see where my other one is. Is it right here? Yep. Cool. Because I'm going to be outside on the porch. I want to make sure I have oh, I wonder, do I have to charge it now? I don't know. I haven't used this one. Oh, no, it's charged. Good. All right, good. I don't have to charge it. It's already charged, so that's good. I'll go sit outside for a while with the dog. Let me see. That's a C. I need that. Okay, and I need some, well, I could use paper towel, I guess. Hey, y'all. I'm not really sure how this works. So, if maybe somebody could put like a middle finger or a number one, something in the chat. Let me know y'all can hear me, see me, and then I'll know for sure. Okay. Hey. Hey, what's up, T? How you doing? I don't have like a whole spiel planned. I just I'm trying to take the advice of my friend and just be consistent and come on and speak to people. How was your day? How was that food though? That's what I want to know, because I never made it over there from my plate. I thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. I hope you had a good day. And I appreciate it. I'm not going to be doing a whole lot. I didn't have a whole skit or anything planned. I just, I'm home alone. My children are out of town. So I figured this would be my time to get a little acclimated with coming live and talking to people that I can't see. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I love food. I love food. I definitely would love a plate. Yeah, whenever I get over your way. I'm not sure exactly where that 3-digit is at, but it's probably not close. I'm in a 313. I just got off work too. I do a little like part-time cleaning job with a friend of mine a couple days a week. And that's always fun. Oh, okay, you're not far. You're not too far. That's not that bad of a drive. That's cool. What's the weather like over there tonight? Is it good or not? Yeah, like I said, I wasn't doing a whole lot. I think I'm gonna try to go sit outside and do my toenails. I wanted to pull out my fire pit. Um, yeah, it's not bad here. It's supposed to really rain tomorrow. It's supposed to be a little funky here tomorrow. It's like an 80% chance of rain tomorrow. But, yeah. Rain is good. You can't have sunshine without the rain, you know? You know, without the rain, there would be no sun. So, Do you work outside in the rain? I mean, like outside in the weather, or are you inside? Oh, yeah. Yep. So, I don't know. Like I said, I wanted to pull my fire pit out, but I'm not sure. I really didn't read all the HOA rules, considering like these condo townhouse things are all connected. I don't really know if I'm allowed to use my fire pit out back. You would think that I would be though, because you can use a barbecue out there. I don't know. But the later it gets, the more I'm thinking I'm not going to pull it out. So, yeah. And I do appreciate you coming through. You know, I was over her way earlier today. Yeah, a nice fire would be nice. It would be. But like I said, I don't know if if they're even allowed. So, but you know, I heard something today when I was talking to a girl. You know, she doesn't like to say names, so I won't say names. Oh, were you? Oh, cool. I appreciate that. I didn't really know, like, if the chat part just pops up because remember how somebody was angry about people coming in the live and, you know, how they don't address people or, you know, talk and communicate with the chat, but I didn't see any this morning. So if it was there and I didn't say anything, you know, I probably didn't have my glasses on or something. So, and forgive me if I got a little foul mouth. Oh, thank you. You know, I'm trying to tone it down a little bit, you know, and trying to decide, you know, I like to gossip and talk trash. However, I don't think I really want to be known for that, you know, internet wide. So I'm trying to rein it in, trying to watch my foul mouth, I guess. So, like I said, I'm going to try to go outside and, you know, use my nail polish remover and do my toes. I don't know. This whole YouTube thing is like new to me as far as being on this end of the camera. So, and hopefully I don't offend you with eating. I'm just so hungry right now. Ever been so hungry, like, and you know it's at work? Like you know you're at work and you're like, yeah, when I get home, I've got them, you know, cheddar brats and they're already cooked and you can't wait to get it. I could not wait to get home today to put this sausage, to eat it. I swear to God. I was so hungry. And a friend of mine gave me some coleslaw. I don't know where they got it from, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's almost like Kentucky Fried Chicken coleslaw. Now I don't eat Kentucky Fried Chicken because they put it downhill, but the coleslaw I like. As a matter of fact, I don't really eat out a lot anyway because the food is so, you don't really know what you're getting at them restaurants. And that, you know, touches back on the conversation we were having the last time about the different foods and stuff. You know, I try to not put a lot of garbage in my mouth as far as different kinds of food. And then I say that while I'm drinking a cocktail from a can, high class. But I guess a little cocktail won't hurt. So I don't really have a lot to talk. I'm just trying to be consistent. I don't really know. All right, you definitely could have some. That's for sure. That's one thing I'm all about. Like, I help people when I can, but I'll feed people anytime. I love, you know, I feel like food should be like an inalienable right. Like, we should have like an abundance of food. Like, food should never be an issue for anybody. That's how I feel anyway. You know, when you see people with them little signs like "will work for food" or "give me money" or whatever it is, I typically do not give my money, but I will give them food, like, if they're out in front of the store or whatever. I definitely will, you know, try to help and provide them something to eat. But the funny thing is some people, when they're like, oh, can you help me out? Ooh, I need $4 for a sandwich. And I'll be like, all right, I'm going to go in and get your lunch meat or whatever. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I, and as soon as you say, okay, I'm going to buy you a sandwich, or they get angry because, they're telling a fib about, what they really want the money for. And I don't really care, but just say that's what you want it for. Like, I don't know. I'm just not with, if I want something for something, like, for example, if I wanted, I don't know, something that, like, say you didn't drink and I wanted a cocktail. I wouldn't be like, oh, can I get $4 because I'm hungry? I would tell you the truth. I don't know. And ever since they made panhandling legal, like, it's not illegal where I'm at now for people to stand and panhandle with signs, and which, if you can stand for 8 hours with a sign, you possibly could do something else a little more productive. But my husband passed away like 3 years ago, but he had a friend, and he was a military veteran, and he was living in the park. I mean, and he did it by choice. He was a really great guy, a really good mechanic, but he chose to live in a tent in one of the parks in my area. And he used to go and hold a sign. And one day he was like, I don't know what it is that I needed, or we needed something at the house. We're having a barbecue or something. And he was like, well, I want to participate. I'm going to go get something. He came back like 40 minutes later with like $90. Hey, Deuce, what's up? I'm glad. Yeah. Dig. Me and you gonna have a talk, sir. We gonna have a talk. Cause, like I said, I'm not your average, what do they call them? Throwback Becky's. You know what I mean? I appreciate you, though. I still be supporting, too. I appreciate it. You did put me up on some game, and, I've been shouting that out since I've been able to go live. I've been saying that in every live. So I appreciate that. I really do. I was just talking about because they made panhandling and stuff, like, when people hold up signs on the corner. They made it they used to be able to mess with you. The police used to chase you off and mess with you about stuff. Well, they made it to where they don't mess with you now. It's legal to do. And I was saying that one of my husband's friends, he passed away now too. Him and his friend are both deceased. But one day he left, and he came back like in 40 minutes and had like $100 from just going over on one of the main intersections around here, and just holding up a sign. And I'm like, wow. It's a good hustle, I guess. I don't know. I don't have anything against it. I just was saying, as far as like when people ask you for stuff, like if somebody's at the store and they're like, oh, I'm hungry, I don't generally give people money. Like, my money comes really hard. So I feel like, I'll feed you before I'll give you my money. And when you say, okay, like the other day I was at the stoplight, it was hot, and somebody's guy was holding a sign, and I keep water in my car and stuff. So I was like, hey man, you want a water? Because when I was like, oh hey, how you doing? He got all excited, like, yeah, I got it, I got me one. And I was like, hey, you want a water? He was mad. He actually was like, oh, it's not man. I said, okay. So like the nerve of people to tell you how you're gonna support them. You know what I mean? Like how you're gonna help them do things. I was over on another person's live today. Pull up to the function. I'm not going to say a whole lot of names on here just because I'm not sure how comfortable they will be with me saying their names, but you know who I'm talking about, Deuce. I was over there talking at the function, and he said, I caught it on the replay, but he was talking about people, content creators and people doing things, and it's quantity over quality, like building relationships and stuff that way. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then I was over an old girl's thing, and she said the same thing today as far as like the energy, like when you go into something and the energy is a certain way, that energy spreads. I can be messy as the day is long. I love to talk trash, and I be messy. Oh yeah, I'm always gonna be me. I think that until that you could put a face to who is typing on the text or who's chatting in the live, till you can put my face and really feel my energy by like this, you might get it twisted. You might think that you know tricks are for kids, silly rabbit, and I don't play games. You know what I mean? So, but old girl was saying about the energy, and I thought about it because you really do kind of fall into the energy. I'm trying to decide exactly how. I mean, I can never say exactly because I've got ADHD. I'll be all over the place. I would jump from, I said I was going to make a list and have like a topic or two to stay on, at least until things start flowing and I can get to kicking it with people. But yeah, I feel like you have to see the energy, and until you can put a face and at least see how somebody moves in real time, there may be misunderstandings to be had. You know what I mean? And nobody's ever walked in my shoes. Nobody's walked and been where I've been and been around the people and places I've been. So I don't really trip when they try to play me a certain way, and I really don't care what people say. I really don't care what Oh, you're right. Yes. Whoop whoop. Do a little dance. Yes, yes. Well, quite frankly, you two are the only ones here, and hopefully you both are subscribed. And y'all talking to me, so I hope you like me. You know what I'm saying? So if you hit the button, that'll prove it. You know how that works. Yeah, but that's good. Yeah, I need for you to keep me on tip like that because I still feel a little funny. I've never really had the inclination to want to be on this side and on this side until I had some incentive. Somebody made a whole video about me because there was a misunderstanding in somebody's life. And this was, somebody I was rolling with from day one for months and months and months and months and months, ever since before my surgery, when I couldn't work. And we actually communicated outside of the live, like phone, text, strategizing about different things. Like, because I know when I come into certain spaces, and I make sure I keep my picture on there. I don't have like a avatar. I want people to know that, yeah, this is me, and I said what I said. So we had a strategy, and I knew my role in the midst of the live and being a mod, but he must have forgot, so I am the antagonist in a lot of ways. I can be, and that was my job on this other thing, was to be the mod. I was the antagonist. I wasn't a real nicey nice mod that was like, hey everybody, welcome, whoop whoop whoop. And I didn't take minute notes and that kind of stuff. But I was there to read everything, call bullshit, and keep the little spark, keep them, give them something to talk about, so to speak. And then when he started getting a little bigger on the platform and people was really rolling with him, he kind of switched up and started like, he would call me later on and be like, yeah, I got a lot of emails. I need for you to go on tomorrow and apologize and just go on there and just, because I don't want them to think you got a lot of pull over here because you white, So yeah, you're right, Deuce. It's kind of hard. I still try to maneuver with that too. Like tonight, I'm gonna go sit outside and do my toenails and stuff. But it's hard. Like I'm a woman. I'm an all woman first. I'm definitely all woman first. I and I definitely know how to go in places and how to act right, and I know how to go into the bank and get a loan, and I can get indoors that some people can't. You know, like even business wise, like with my daughter's father, you know, we had to make moves to do things, and I could open doors that he couldn't as easily. Especially, he had a good credit score. My credit score was trash, but I was like the face of the real estate business. I was like the face of. I was the one that did the meetings and stuff, and it was easier for me to get some things done. So I definitely know how to act. I mean, I can wear a dress and heels and not trip and fall. As long as they're not too high though. Not them real high ones. I don't understand how chicks walk in those, but yeah, I definitely have a I definitely have a rougher exterior, I definitely, and I wasn't always like this, not always. Life does life, and I, yeah, that's a story. Those are stories for a whole nother day. I probably have to make a whole nother channel to tell them war stories, you know, yeah, yeah, that whole part. We're gonna leave that alone though. But I appreciate you coming through. I really was feeling some kind of way, man. I was, dude. I was feeling some kind of way. I was like, what the? But not so much. I just like, I don't mind being chastised and blown out, in real time. Just give me a fair warning. You know what I'm saying? At least let me know, like, I'm coming for you. No problem. But I was like, what? But you know, and maybe before I decide to play nice, I'll let you know. Because you catch more flies with honey than you do vinegar. Wasn't nobody reeling me into nothing. But I didn't hear that part. I was outside walking my dog. See, when I are on, like, even I'm gonna start doing it on my own. That way I won't have to keep my glasses on. I put it on my big screen TV. That way the chat rolls this way, and that way I can do that. And then I just respond with my phone. But I was outside with my dog, and I was just scrolling through the chat. I didn't even hear what that fucker was saying. You know what I mean? And I don't care. That's the first thing they go to. I knew they was gonna come for me. I knew that they were gonna come for me when I first started dealing with you on your live. I knew they were gonna come for me. Not only because I was welcomed so quickly and thoroughly in your space, but for the simple fact that I went straight at them. It wasn't no hesitation. So I knew they were gonna come for me. That was the first time I ever commented in that Dingling's live. You know what I'm saying? Was yesterday. Whatever else he said, and dig. His daddy from Detroit, but I don't know him. I don't know none of these people. And the first thing, he's never gonna be able to outtalk me. He'll never be able to live down the pictures and the shit that I've seen. So in my mind, he really can't play with me. But so the first thing like a man will do is he'll go to, oh, she's this or she's that, like, oh, she's a crackhead or a slut or whatever. I'm in my 50s, oh, whatever, go on. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is here. I knew that you were blocked, right? And shit, I know that's the name of the game. I knew they was going, oh, Jesus Christ. What the hell? Well, speak of the excuse me, T, but I'm gonna have to go on and get real foul. So, sir, this is definitely gonna be a divergence away from where I ran into you, T. So no disrespect, and I hope you don't think less of me, but I might have to bring out the fast talk. What does this say? Who's a famous roaster? I didn't get roasted. All you did was talk about some old bullshit. That's the first thing somebody go to when they can't get under somebody's skin is they're a crackhead, dope fiend, whatever. That ain't a roast. Do something original. That's how you roast somebody. Yeah, but I don't mind that. I don't mind addressing him, and I'm sure T has probably seen a fly around a time or two. But hey, T, I'm definitely gonna take you up on that black and catfish, though. Definitely, as soon as I get down that way, or you get up this way, I'm not gonna say which way I am. I don't want nobody doxing my address. Yeah, I don't want to play that game with you two. For real, I got kids at home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, it is all love. You know what I'm saying? It is just the internet. You know what I'm saying? Everything's good. But I got thick skin. You're going to have to come tougher than the dope fiend wisecracks. You know, I definitely got thicker skin than that. So, but the name of the game is to get in where you fit in around here as far as making it work. You know, I have another, excuse me, another, another lady, content creator I'm impressed with. She's all about, you know, uplifting and peace and prosperity and things like that. Her and I are talking about how we may put something together as far as, you know, doing it on that direction. I'm not real sure. But like I said, I do like to talk shit though. I do like to be sass mouth, that's for sure. And like I said, I have an empty nest. My children are out of the house for the weekend. They doing their thing for the holiday with their people. So I can really talk crap around here and not have to worry about anything but maybe the neighbors' kids hearing. And I'm sure they've heard worse, especially in my neighborhood. I got some good neighbors, I really do. But that's subject to change. I didn't know before I got this place that there's a lot of places that are owned by the people that don't live in it. We'll say that. You know. Uh-oh, that coleslaw is not going down right. Yep. Y'all, give me 1 second. I gotta want to make this come out. I ate too fast. Yep. Definitely ate too fast. Anywho, I'm just trying to smooth along. That's what I'm thinking. That's why if you hadn't popped in tonight, I was gonna pop up and send you a link. Like if nothing else, we give them something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Because if I have fair warning, I'll be whatever you want me to be. You know what I'm saying? However we gotta run it. You know, I mean, I'm sure that there are a lot of authentic. Well, yeah, yeah, and I see I've been doing that too, as far as collaborating with like shorts and stuff like that, and they don't do half bad depending on who you collaborate with. There's some that I've seen that I wish that I could use, but they don't have that option. You know what I mean? And I don't want to. I don't really know the guidelines and rules. I don't want to use and try to. Hey, how you doing there? Let me see. I really can't see. What is it, Lind? Lind. If hopefully I'm saying that right. Yeah. Well, that's cool. You must be sub to my channel then if it came to you. Either that or that statue you got whispered something in your ear and knew that yeah, that wasn't real nice, all that nasty shit you said about me. That was kind of fucked up, but so that's probably what it was. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if that's your real religion, I don't know. I'm not trying to make fun of it. I do talk shit in other spaces, but that's the name of the game in that space. So I try not to be an asshole. I don't understand it. I really don't. And if I had to pick a side, I'm Deuce my man's man. That's my guy. I ride with him. But goddamn, you know it. You know it. But I mean, we all got, I don't shoot. I'm not the type of person that would report nobody's channel. I don't get down like that. I really don't. I like to address things like that. But I know I gotta keep my eye on you, sir. I was outside. I didn't hear any of that foul shit you said. I wish because I would have addressed it in your chat. Just real talk. You know how that goes. As I would expect anybody else to address it in man if that's the crust. Well, maybe I am crazy as fuck. That's the whole point. But the crazy ones are the best ones. You know what I'm saying? You know you've been unhad that crazy ass woman that you can't stop fucking with. You know that. I know. I know. I know what I am. I know exactly what I am and what I yeah, I know. I know. It's so hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. You know. But yeah, I I almost feel like YouTube is like a big what I called it, because I never really used to mess around dealing with people in their lives and stuff until for one I got fired in November for some bullshit. That it was really for some nonsense, and it just you got a supervisor who has tender feelings, and when you ask them what their issue is because they stepping on a line, they want to cry about it and all that. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. But they wrote on my paperwork that I was it was misconduct, and I'm like, no, 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 you allowed to ask somebody why they being this away or that away. So anyway, I had to fight them for in unemployment. I fought them and won there, but somehow or another, I owe money from back in COVID. So I got to go to court for that. Just a lot of nonsense. So and then I had surgery on my arm in January, so I really couldn't go back to work then either. So I started messing around, talking to people online. I like explained it like I'm back in the day. Like I know you around my age, Deuce, and maybe you too, Tia, around my age, that our parents used to watch like All My Children and Days of Our Lives and General Hospital and stuff like that. Listen, I didn't even know we was in competition. What you mean you won? Well, yeah, you did win because Deuce got pissed at me. Yeah, I guess you did win. That's all right. I'm going to get your ass back. I am. I'm going to get your ass back. Don't even worry about it. We'll chalk that one up to the game, okay? That's what we'll do. But it all's fair in internet war and internet beef. You know what I'm saying? It's all fair. Wait a minute. And that scary two person. Well, it can be, but dig this here. I come real. I come real. And like I said, I pick a side. I pick a side. And keeping it real, ain't nothing like having that non-melanin girl that doesn't anybody know talks like I do and moves like I do. You know, y'all thought you was pulling. That was the name of the game, though. But don't worry, I got another account. I'll be back. I will. You ain't gonna beat me for long, sir. That's just facts. So I will definitely come back with another account. Cause let the games begin. Right, yeah, yeah, T. So that's how I kind of explained why I was like, I called them my interactive stories, because I couldn't do nothing. My arm is like this. So I was like, that's why I picked up, jumping on people's lives and talking to people. And I really come across a lot of decent people out there. I don't like them channels where they do that weird stuff where they're like beep bop boop 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 and they make all them funny sounds and they're playing games like the old go fish in the shark mouth game. I don't really like that. But I call these my interactive stories. You know what I mean? Oh, he did. That's what's up. I mean, I figured he couldn't hang out the airport that motherfucking long. You know what I'm saying? I figured as much. But, you know, I mean, but you beat him too. You got papers on your car. Fuck them. You know what I mean? That's why I keep. Look, I'm protecting my internet privacy. I don't even want you guys to get a outside view of my fucking condo. I don't want y'all doxing my shit for real. As paranoid as I am, especially since my husband passed away, I don't play no games over here. I really don't. I be paranoid. Not like dope fiend paranoid. Let's just make that clear, sir, with the calling the dope fiend names. Maybe in another lifetime, maybe, people, whatever. It is what it is on that tip. I'm not ashamed of anything that I've ever done in my life, but I don't want y'all doxing my house. I don't. I don't. At least not till I finish this clean slate program and I can go on and have my thing legally. You know, so don't never get it twisted. I don't know why I keep eating this damn coleslaw because it's not going down right. Let me stop. Real quick. It's good, but let me stop on that note. But I do appreciate y'all coming in and kicking it with me. I really do. Considering I keep my circle small in real life, I don't really have people coming to my house like, hey, what's going on? I don't hang with nobody. What's up, Max One? So my question is he got on the plane, but where he go? Because was he just cleaning the plane? Like maybe he's got a job there or something. Like, did he fly off? Did you fly off, Soulful? Because I'm gonna have. Let me see. Oh, I seen you having the drinks. Yeah, that's when you was being sass mouth to me. You was talking nasty. I seen you. Excuse me. Yeah, I seen you. You know, keeping it real. I do reconnaissance on people. I sure do. I'm the kind, I'll sit back in the bushes. But now I can't even do that. I'm gonna come at you on a different channel. So we'll have to do a lottery and see if you can guess which one is my next channel. I'm gonna come troll the shit out of you, Soulful. That's what's gonna happen. Yeah, well, I'm glad they came, dudes. Bring them in. You know, that way when I get to talking mad shenanigans in your chat, they can put a face and a character to it. So maybe they can come back with some better comebacks than the old dope fiend. Gotta do better. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I just apologized to Real before with that car impound. I missed that one. But I was going to say, I don't know. And then they talking about the paperwork fake. And I'm like, well, I need the plug on that. Because if I can go on and do a VIN switch and drive me a BMW, I need that hookup. I need that plug. You know, although, dudes, I claim my hoopty. Well, it's not even a hoopty. I have an older truck. But it's clean as shit. I will die before my truck die. Flat out. It's clean as shit. I have to get I have a new front bumper for it because it needs to be replaced. And it really does now because I was doing some bullshit, my ADHD, and I kind of bumped real lightly into the back of somebody else's car. Like just a little boop. You know how that, just a boop. And that's not like me either. I really am not careless like that either because I don't really like to be fronted out like in around here. But wait a minute. Who flying private? Oh, before it get impounded. Yeah, well, if you got that paper, that paper got you right, man. Whether it's a real, you got the plug, it's all good. I was seeing now, dig. I don't know how y'all feel about them damn flock cameras that because we fighting it in the city that I'm in now. We going down to the city hall for the city meetings and stuff because they trying to incorporate, you know, they already have flock cameras, but they ain't trying to incorporate the drones and all other kind of crap. I am landed safe and square business. Okay, well, I'm glad you landed. I still want to know where you went. So yeah, they do have them everywhere. But I was seeing this thing on my son is in Florida. My parents stay in Florida too. So I'll be creeping around that area too. I get around now. You never know when I might pop up over there on what is it? I can't remember. They doxed your address, Deuce. I was gonna say it, but I can't remember it. That's ADHD. But I was seeing this thing online today. What state is it? It's Florida, as a matter of fact. Florida put a new law in place that you can't like you already know you can't obscure your license plate anyway. But these flock cameras, this guy has this thing where you put this clear film, and then you know how like computer code where you like those QR codes have them black dots and dashes in it. So you put this clear thing over your license plate, and then you just put like a black dot, a dash, something that confuses the flock camera, but it doesn't obscure it for like, you know, for the police to read. If if you crash into somebody, you can clearly see what your license plate is. It's not obscuring it in a way that wouldn't be functional. You know, the only thing it does is it obscures the flock camera. And they got a new law in Florida saying that yeah, they do. Oh yeah, bogus riding is definitely over, man. Definitely. Not only are the tickets expensive as hell, I think I got hit like, this was probably about 4 or 5 years ago with I think it was right around COVID or something like that, or right after the lockdown ended, but with no current registration, no insurance. That shit was like $400 for them two sorry tickets. I was like, yeah, I don't have it like that. Yeah, I know. I was just checking to see if you was on tip though, because you know you like to a little bit, so you might have let us know where you were. You know, just saying. You know, don't hate the player, baby. Hate the game. Trip permits. Would that be using the? Wait a minute. Did I miss something? Wait a minute. Let me see. Yeah, but now you guys be talking about, getting behind the 18 wheeler, But I've been here because I thought about going on, because I got a school right around here. I mean, I could really, I ain't even gonna say that either. But there's a school right around where I'm at, and I thought about that because I'm like, ain't nothing like having a CB run my mouth on the YouTube and just be driving down the road. But I heard that that's really like they've got them self-driving trucks and stuff now. They're trying to like phase it out, and the money's not really what it used to be. Is that true or not true? I mean, like, how do y'all see it? Because I know y'all talking about, the CDLs and the hazmats and the this and the that. I mean, has the money changed over the years? Like, how long you been driving trucks? Oh yeah, never speed, Max, never speed. Especially now. I I definitely watch a whole lot of YouTube, and I watch those like live dash cam stuff, like, or what do you call it? Yeah, it's got to be a dash cam, and then the body cam things. And they pulling people over. Like before, you used to be cool. You could do 5, 6, 7 over, and they don't mess with you. Now they're like, no, we got it on digital, and that's it. Oh yeah, it's always a bend. You know, I'm not broken. I'm just bent. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole saying. You'll hear that. But that's the truth. I feel like this ever since I had my experience with being housed with all women, and I wasn't in a group home, and it was not band camp, so it was not fun. No thank you. No thank you. And that was many, many years ago, but yeah, break. And I'm too old, man. They don't give you good mattresses in there. You don't get a pillow. They give you food that makes you get fat as hell. I'm good. I'm good. I am good on all of that. I definitely am good on that. So, but y'all didn't tell me now is the trucking money still good, or is there a different type, like working for a company or independent? I know independent, you have to have your own truck, and that's big money there. I mean, I don't even know if they got a rent to own on a truck like that, and then would you even want to do it? It's not like a couch. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, do you really make that kind of money like it used to be? Like truck driving used to be like working at the post. I can't say used to be because I don't know for sure, but like working at the post office. You used to be able to get down, raise a family working at the post office. Now they want to start you at the post office like $14 an hour or something. Even at the hospital, union job at the hospital, like where I was at, union ain't what it used to be. They really ain't shit. And I swear to God, I'm waiting on arbitration now because it was some real shenanigans, and I already won in court. The unemployment judge said it didn't reach the level of misconduct. Just because I asked her why she was being a bitch, I shouldn't have got fired for that. First, I believe in freedom. I believe in the Constitution, and I asked her why she was, because she was being one. But so the judge in the unemployment court already said it didn't rise to that level. So I'm waiting for what's called arbitration. So I don't know. A lot of jobs aren't what they used to be. I appreciate y'all coming in though. I don't even know how to do like all these like and all that, so I'm just gonna do like this. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all showing love for the newbie over here, and I'm glad you came and at least put a face to all the shit talking texting I do in y'all chats. But I'm gonna tell you what, that one guy was upsetting me though with that nonsense. Not upsetting me to where I was like, oh, I'm so mad. But I felt like I got so caught up in going back and forth with him in your chat that I didn't even, well, plus I was outside. I didn't even catch on that you were blazing the shit out of me. That's all right. I'm going to get you back, though. You don't even worry about it. And I'm going to ask again. No, I'm not. I'm going to wait. Because I kind of think you really do be messing with that statue, and I heard that stuff ain't nothing to play with, so don't put that bitch on me, okay? Because I already got shit going on rather than to fight, the force. You know what I mean? I seen those from California to East Coast paying. Well, that's not bad, but what's the gas like? Like, how much do you have to pay in gas, I mean, gas from west to east, that's a hell of a diesel bill. So out of that money there, you got to do gas. And then not to mention, you still got to set some of that aside for the upkeep on your truck, insurance, all that. I know, Deuce. But I'm just saying, that's why I ain't outright been and said fuck that thing yet, because I'm not quite sure. I do watch a lot of YouTube, and I've been watching a lot of shit about Mardi Gras and shit like that. I think, I think it was Maria that was talking about Mardi Gras or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's where we were at. But, or it might have been in, no, because I really ain't been shenaniganing around. And plus, the other lives that I participate in, it's not that type of place. You're not really allowed to call names and shit talk. So, but yeah, I always say though, I try not to give stuff like that power, because I believe in I believe in, let's just say, ain't no light without the dark, ain't no good without bad, ain't no sunshine without rain. So a lot of that shit can be real. I don't know about people being able to command it, but you may be able to kiss its ass enough to where it'll do something for you. I don't know, and I say that respectfully speaking. You know what I'm saying? So. You know what would be fucked up if he really did put a battery in that thing and just one day he was on live and it just started rolling across the dresser and he just don't say nothing and we just all see it? That'd be crazy. That would be crazy. Yeah, that'd be kind of freaky, especially if you take like a, a recreational THC gummy. And that's legal where I'm at, so that's not dope. That's like alcohol. Sorry about it. But I would hate to be really laid back and watch that thing with its necklace on roll across the dresser. I probably would have to jump off and be like, I'm sorry for talking shit about you. Don't send her after me. But I don't know. Like I said, I always try to say I don't give stuff like that power, because, I mean, real talk, I have seen people where their whole personality just changes. Like they just, boom, and they just completely mannerisms, they eye focus, how they carry themselves. So I don't know. Maybe some people are good actors, or maybe that shit's real. We don't know. I'm going to leave that alone. I don't want to talk about it too much. Ooh, creeps me out a little bit. But like I said, I appreciate y'all coming in. If y'all please hit the like for me so I can try to, build it up a little bit. And yeah, we're gonna have to kick it and start doing some split screen roasts, man, like real roasts, not just that name calling back and forth. some real roast, you know. I think that kind of shit is funny. Like when they did the Kevin Hart roast. That one was it was all right, but it was still funny. I like roast like that. I liked when they had that Trump roast too. That was a good one. I don't know. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I try, you got to laugh to keep from crying on a lot of stuff. Oh, don't look here, pal. This dog's about to start getting a little funny bunnied. He's gonna want to go outside. That's one thing I don't really care about this place that I have because I gave up a big old backyard, and this place probably cost probably a third more than the other place cost. As far as property value and all that. But I lost my backyard. I don't have a backyard for this big dummy to run around in. I don't have. And really, if I wasn't in such a rush when I was trying to get out of that house, I would have been and did a little more research and got me at least one with a balcony. I don't have, yeah, I don't have nowhere to hang my hammock, none of that. You know, I mean, I do have like a field with like some trees and stuff, but knowing me, I'll be out there and fall asleep and then somebody will come mess with me. Yeah, no, it's just a lot more people in this area. So I'm gonna have to be here for a little while longer. Hopefully, if everything works out the way I want it to, I'll be here for a little bit, and then I'll be able to phase up out of here, and either my daughter will stay here, or he'll rent it out. You know, because I'm still learning as I go. I'm still learning as I go. Buying a house or buying anything and living in it yourself is kind of foolish, I think, especially when rent prices are crazy in comparison to the mortgage. I don't know, but yeah, I was a simp on this one. I went for a ride on this one, but that's all right. That's all right. So this okay. So other than that, and for the record, oh man, you should have told him that's the whole reason. I knew when you said that they was gonna come for me, man. You blowing all our cover, man. Now we all gonna have to team up and on somebody else because you're giving away all the secrets, dudes. I knew the minute you said that, I was like, yep, they coming for me. I know what's gonna happen. So, but whatever. Ah, you funny. You funny. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if y'all was in here earlier. I didn't have because I was like, I was talking to people, and if they were here, they would know who I was talking to without saying names. But I don't have all my real teeth either, man. And I feel like I'm gonna have to take these back ones out right now because they feel like they're getting loose. I did say though I'll be able to talk cash shit. I glue them suckers down. Clink. No, it wouldn't even matter at that point. You know what I'm saying? As far as that, if you was mistaken or you said it for a reason, I was rolling with that. But as soon as you said it, I was like, oh yeah, it's on. Especially just hearing the back and forth that goes on between the two, and and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I knew that was gonna happen, so I was ready for it. I know you were. I know you were, but they didn't. So that's what started it. I know that's what started it. You know what I mean? And that's cool. If I had it, I would. Sometimes I don't mind. I don't mind greasing wheels, and sometimes all it takes is for one person to drop something and it gets the whole chat to get to doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like another person, and this person is more of a he's a pastor and he does like motivational stuff, but he's also a hell of a salesman. And so when you deal in this other guy's live and he's going through these little lessons and stuff, they have a competition with who's going to be the sponsor of tonight's lesson. And once that one comes in, man, and he just lets it go across the bottom of that screen and he hits that boop, boop, boop button, that they have the dong and how different people when they stream, they have those, I did. I knew. That's why I kept telling you. I knew even when my name was coming up and I had never even been over there. That's what made me even start going in the bushes over there. Like, what the fuck? Let me hear my name. And I never did. So I was like, okay, whatever, whatever. But I don't be over there all the time. So I knew that that was coming. You know what I'm saying? I knew it. I knew it because of the way they shift back and forth. I'm not gonna say any names because yeah, they not my people to say. But don't let me get a hold of one of them ladies because I sure they used to hate me out there in the game. They used to hate me because I go on and whoop, come on, girl, come on, man. Let me show you what's up. Man, they used to hate me. They used to hide them types from me. And they be my boys too. They be, girl, could you stop it? Oh yeah. Come here, girl. Come here. Let me show you how to do that. And you got to go through me to get any of her money. You know what I'm saying? I used to cuff up the little white girls and stuff. Be like, come on, girl. Come over here for a minute. Let me talk to you. Yeah, so I'm not going to say no names, though. Definitely fun, though. It is fun. I mean, and it's nothing wrong with a little healthy competition. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't mind being the butt. Hey! Who is you talking to? Come here. Come here. You want a carrot? Come here. Come here. Loudmouth dog. Yep. Get up. Get your ass out of my fridge. Excuse me. Yep. He doesn't get like regular dog treats and stuff. He gets carrots. Yeah, he's definitely a sheltered dog. He doesn't get like milk bones and stuff like that. We give him carrots. And he has such a good nose. He can smell so good that I hide him around. I hide him. I tuck him in like pillows and all around. I hide him and I make him find him. And he'll find him. He will sniff around and find every last one of these stupid things. Because it just can't be that easy. Yes, your nose does get you in trouble, big mouth. All right, here, sit. No, wait. Don't touch it. Wait. If you do it, it's gonna be a problem. All right, come on. We finna go. We finna go hide these carrots for my dog. Hopefully, he better stay there and not say. You better wait. Don't move. Do not move. Hold on. I think I have. I gotta turn my high tech equipment on. They got lights on these stupid things. I guess I don't know my high tech equipment. I got a state of the art studio over here. Y'all didn't know? State of the art. Go sit. Don't cheat. Don't cheat. Get your ass over there. Don't cheat. Go over here. He's cheating, dudes. He's cheating. Here, come here. Sit. Sit. Now you wait. Stay there while I hide the carrots. I gotta hide carrots now. Yeah, it's a good thing I can take my state of the art system with me everywhere I go. I'm gonna hide these though for him around the house. I got me one of these inversion tables too. You ever seen, I don't know if it's probably dark in here. You ever seen one of these things here? Let me see. One of these things, it's an inversion table. Get on that sucker. It get flipped upside down and all the way around, but it stretches your back out pretty good. Because I don't know what it is, but since I kicked over 50, man, I be on sore. I think it's because I don't exercise like I used to and get around like I used to. I just don't be feeling like it. I really don't. Let me see where else I'm going to hide a carrot for this dummy. I'm going to put one under here. I'm going to throw, oh shit, that one went in my shoe. That's not going to work. That one went in the shoe. That will not work. All right. We'll make that one easy for him. Yeah, so that's all good. Oh, oh, oh yeah, we keep food over here. Absolutely. Look, thank you. I mean, if one thing, like I tell my kids, we might not be able to do all kinds of highfalutin stuff, and I might not drive a Hellcat or whatever that stuff is my son thinks is the shit. He asked me, he's 13, and he asked me, he's like, if you could get me any car, like if you had the money and when I turned 16, you could get me any car, what would you get me? I said, I'd get you the same car I had when I started driving, a 77 Nova. That's what I'd get you. Wise ass. I don't know what he thought he was going to get. Are you ready? Come here. Good boy. Gentle. Be gentle. Gentle. All right, go find him. And he will go and find all them carrots around through the house. He sure will. He sure will. And hey, if y'all just got here, make sure you hit the like for me, please, please, and all of that. I'm gonna have to get me a little double tap, double tap, double tap. But I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna get me something else. I'm gonna find me a little catchphrase too. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. And shoot, I cook every day. I do. I had to make myself not make a whole bunch of food to like a whole meal today. I just made me some cheddar brats. Me and my friend. I say it's my friend that's a boy, but not my boyfriend, because I don't bring my kids are out of town, but I don't bring men around my kids. I just don't. Since my husband passed away 3 years ago, I don't get down like that. And if I leave and go somewhere with him, I make sure I come home in the same condition I left in. I don't come home with my wig ace deuced and all that kind of shit. I come home in the same manner I left house in. So, but yeah, I had to just make just the sausages instead of like making a whole meal or whatever, because I cook every day. I do. Like I said, I don't really like that garbage food. You know. Eh, Yeah, that's what we was talking about earlier, T. We was talking about eating good food. Hey, Deuce, you ever had raccoon? Do you eat raccoon, Deuce? We was talking about that earlier in my homegirls live. I tell you, I eat it. Everything tastes like chicken. Alligator tastes like chicken, all that. But I'm gonna tell you what. Before I knew it, I was This was a long, long time ago when my oldest child was a baby. We were down south. That's right, Chef Trish. But I do that. My main gig is working with food. Like, I love to play with food. I love to cook food, play with food. Anything about food. I was working in the hospital in the kitchen, and I like playing with food. You know. Yeah, but I tell you, I was over my son's grandfather house, and he's from down south. He's from Alabama, down there, right on the. He's from Alabama. I'm not sure. Does Alabama butts up to Florida, right? You don't have to go through Georgia. Yeah, Alabama goes right there by Pensacola, Florida, right? Well, yeah, Max, they are cool. I didn't know I was eating it until I found out, and it was good. So the next time he sent me down there to the meat market downtown Detroit, sent me down to the Eastern Market to go on and pick him up a raccoon. So I'm thinking, cool. I'm thinking it's like when you go in and get fillets of fish or something like that. I didn't know they was gonna give me in a plastic bag a skinned raccoon and the head and all. Everything was there. I was freaked out. Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, yeah. That was a bad thing. That's like, yeah. I mean, I'm not into eating like roadkill. It's not like I'm gonna pull over on the road and pick up a possum and eat it. But raccoon's not bad, and I mean, they are cool though. They are cool, but hey, if if it was me feeding my children or the raccoon being cool, that raccoon's top would get chopped. Oh God, ugh. And I'm so squeamish. I'm so gaggy. I don't like anything nasty like bile and crap. But I think it does too. I think it does too, dudes. I think it right there. It's not too far outside of Pensacola, and yeah, it's not far there. But yeah, that's the man. Yeah. Oh oh Mr. Brazil, Willie T. Yeah, he just, well, I don't even get me to talking about that's a whole story for another day. And when I talk about him, I'm gonna make sure his son in my life. I'm gonna make sure that my one and only baby father, that's the one and only living one, that he in the life. If I ever bring up Willie T, man, cause I ain't never. Anyway, that I'm not even gonna get on that. I just don't know how he could do, yeah, some of the shit he did. And I was young too. That wasn't right. But I tell you what, I went to. It's and I don't know exactly, 'cause it's been many years since I was down there doing this, but there's some kind of bridge in there in Pensacola. It's like a big bridge pier. It's like a long, you can drive over it to somewhere. I don't know where you go to, but you can fish right off of it. And there's like enough room on the side where you can like stay there. And we were like fishing and cleaning them on the spot and frying them on the spot and eating them. We was out there all night watching the sun come up fishing. See, I like doing stuff like that. I like fishing. I like being on the water, you know. I think the only part of fishing that I don't like is having to clean them. I think that just, yeah. It's not that I can't do it. I don't enjoy that much. I don't. You know, I guess when I first, like when I was younger and I first got out on my own, that was one thing. My mother didn't prepare me. I didn't know how to cook. I think I ate rice-a-roni for the first 6 months I moved out of my parents' house. You know, so then I had to realize that I have to touch raw meat and cook raw meat. Oh, God, I had a real problem with that. Shoot. True story. You know what happened to me. This is a true story. I was, you know, I'm heavy-handed, I'm slew-footed, and believe it or not, my parents had me in ballet class for years. I mean, like up and through high school, and piano lessons and stuff like that, and I'm clumsy, I'm slew-footed. I was not I wasn't going to win any awards doing that. So anyway, I had moved out of my parents' house, and, you know, I'm cooking or whatever, and you know how they say that people don't believe shit stinks? Well, I guess I didn't believe that the hot grease was hot. I had cooked some bacon, and I went to take the pan off the stove and put it in the sink, and I just snatched it, and the grease just went all up my hand. Yeah, that was definitely learning trial by fire. That's when I learned real quick that you gotta pay attention when you're cooking. Like I said, ADHD is real. That stuff is real. So some stuff you got to be careful when you put it together to do. But yeah, my whole hand, the grease just splashed on my whole hand, and it was horrible. It was like all my skin turned black and it peeled off. It was crazy. But guess who doesn't swing bacon grease around anymore? This girl. We don't do that anymore. We're very careful. And I swear, I think every time I cook bacon, I think about that when I get done. And like now I let it cool a little bit and I put a whole bunch of paper towel in it to soak it up. Yeah, I'm pretty careful with that now. But yeah. Well, so much for me going to sit out on the porch. I stood in the kitchen talking shizmit that my toenails will get painted tomorrow, I guess. It's a damn shame. I haven't done them in so long that just the big toe has got polish on it. I would show you. But then somebody might talk shit about me on their channel tomorrow. I don't know if I don't want to give them any ammunition. I don't know. Ah, shit. That's funny. That is funny. Oh, I'm wondering what the dog is going around sniffing everything for. I forgot just that fast that I hid them carrots for him. Did you find them, Bubba? Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Did you find the carrots? Let me see. Did you find them? Let me see. Oh, you found that one. Did you find them? Oh, you did. Oh, you did. That's a good boy. Did you find the one over here by my shoes? Oh, you must have got them all. Good boy. Good boy. You found them. Oh, good boy. You found them all. Good boy. At least I hope he found them all. I really do hope he found them all, because if he didn't, I'm going to end up finding a funky carrot someday around here. Come here. Here. Come here, baby. Come here. Oh, Lord. Listen, what did I tell you about jumping over my table? Walk around like everybody else. You don't see me jumping over the table, do you? Shitbag. Be gentle. Good boy. Y'all see my baby? You see my fur baby? Hey. Can you see him? It's my fur baby. Gentle. Good boy. Here you go. There you go, bub. All right, that's it now. Go on. Get him all and get out of here. And then stop sniffing on the floor. I tell you, he usually sleeps with my daughter and stuff. And like I said, she's out of town. And I don't let him in my room. I don't like all the dog hair. He's a long-haired dog. It's foul. I don't like it. You know, it's bad enough that I get a little compulsive around here about the dog hair. But I woke up this morning and he's got in my room. Well, he didn't get in. I had left the door open just in case I could hear him if he decides he wants to try to get in the trash or something. Yeah, K9. K9, that's right. Yep. He's a mix. He's a husky shepherd mix though. He's not a full-blooded German shepherd. But yeah, he definitely. But I left my bedroom door open last night to in case I could hear him because his nose gets him in trouble. So I didn't think that I would wake up and I look and he's on the very edge of my bed, like my feet are down there and then there's like this much room left on the edge of the bed and he's just on there. Like, I said, oh man. So needless to say, I had to tear my whole bed apart this morning and wash everything. I'm not cool with the dog hair. I mean, it's cool. He gets on the couch or whatever, but I vacuum that. But I don't, yeah, Only dog I'm going to share my bed with is my man. Woof. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. I mean, he licks his own ass. I really don't want him in my bed like that, you know? I mean, but who knows? People do strange stuff. You never know. You never really know what people do when you're not around. So, but I definitely know my dog does lick his own badooter, so I don't really like him in my bed. Yeah, not so much. But yeah, he's an all right dog though. He did bite me. He's a rescue, so he just turned 5. He used to, at the house that we used to live at, the neighbors had got him, and his name's Vegas because they had him flown in from Las Vegas. Spent a lot of money on this dog, and they did him like shit. They had him like sitting in the basement or tied up in the yard. It was just kind of sad, and my daughter's like the animal whisperer, and she used to go over there and help the neighbor by walking the dog or whatever. But then the neighbor and his boyfriend broke up, and then he stopped paying attention to the dog. So my daughter kept asking me like, "Oh, can we?" And I'm like, "Nah, fuck that. No, no, no," because I had already had a couple of pit bulls at the time. I'm like, "No, we're not doing that." And then my one pit bull, we had to have her put to sleep. She ended up getting cancer or whatever. So that was like in October, and we moved in June. But my husband died in January, and so she played me. My daughter played me. You know, yes, your girl played me. She played me, and I ended up in my emotions and all my emotional stuff and making decisions in my emotions. I let her get the dog. I let her keep the dog. You know, yeah, yeah. And he wouldn't have been my choice of a dog. For one, he's a rescue, so he came with his own set of issues and behaviors. And you know, my saying is I'm a queen, and I'm a queen in my world. I can't be a bitch in yours. And it's like when I say to do something in his house, just do it. And I didn't take into consideration that maybe he had been swatted or pointed at or yelled at. And I had told him to do something, and instead of doing it, he went and hid behind the bar stool. And I had a drink or two, and I went to go get him by the collar to tell him to go get in his cage. And I don't know if he thought that I was going to hit him or whatever, but he just choop choop. Man, I ended up getting stitches and everything. Yup. It's probably a good thing we had moved, because if I'd have had my backyard, he'd have been behind the garage. If you feel what I'm saying without me saying it. But it didn't happen like that. I let him stay. We were going to get rid of him, but I'm like, everybody deserves a second chance. I'm going to let him stay. And we've come to a good understanding, him and I. We sure have. But I'm still the boss. I still don't squish face me, big boy. Yes, I love you. Anyway, y'all, I'm glad. Thank y'all for coming in. I'm going to wind it down. I got to take him for a walk. Because, like I said, I don't have a yard. I can't just open the door and let him out. I got to go out there, some rain, slow, sleet, or shine, like the mailman, and take him for a walk and carry a bag so I can pick up any dookie that he drops. So it's always fun. So I'm about to wrap it up and do that. I appreciate you. Much love. However you do that, look, much love. Anyway, I appreciate y'all being here. Y'all be safe. Have a good night. And I'm still gonna be up, so whoever pops on that live, don't be surprised. I'm gonna be there. All right, I appreciate you, Deuce and T and Max and all y'all that came in and Mr. I caught a flight. I'm not gonna say your name because you did talk shit about me. I'm not over that yet. I'll let you know when I am. Like I said, we're gonna take a poll and see can he guess which one of my because I'm gonna make another. I got another account. So anyway, y'all have a good night. Much love, respect. You know, and I'll see y'all in the next one. All right. Holla back, y'all. We gonna do boop. See how we do that? Binker booper.